Okay, I broke my spending freeze, kind of. Hello, my name is Nikki and I'm with Nikki's Scrapbooking Adventures. So, the one new collection that I really wanted was this Mintay Garage. This paper company is from Poland, and you may know them by some of their girdlier lines, like Grandma's Attic, and then they had their Golden Days Fall collection, all absolutely gorgeous. Well, this is their first boy paper line. So, of course, I had to have it. Got it from my local scrapbook store, although you can get it cheaper off a cherry on top. But if I'm going to break my freeze, I'm going to support a local scrapbooking store. I did buy this with a gift card, so it didn't really break my freeze because I did say that I could buy whatever I wanted with that gift card, but it was before my 50 projects or what have you. She set it aside for me, and the moment that I got it home, I started creating with it. So if you haven't seen it, we're going to do a quick flip through, and then we are going to dive right into the layout that I'm going to create today. So this is Mintay Paper's Garage, and you get 2 of the 12 designs, double-sided printed cardstock. This is 250 GSM, that's the thickness, plus you get a element sheet that you can fussy cut out on the back. Okay, so this is paper number 1 with the back side. This is the paper that I'm going to be using today. Paper number 2, and this is what Mintay is famous for. They put together all of these beautiful decorations on the outside of the paper. So all you have to do is plop a photo here or fussy cut around here using your X-Acto knife and stick your photo in. This is the type of papers that Mintay is known for. Okay. So this is a garage themed paper pack, right? I really like this one. I think that's fun. So those are all, this is number 5 and then number 6. So you can cut these 4x3 cards out and use them as is. You can fussy cut the elements, or you can use the smaller patterns on the back. This reminds me of the workshop collection by Kaisercraft, I think is what it was, a long time ago. You can get that collection over at Cranberry Cat because it is an older collection. You do have to go to websites that have older collections. So the sketch that we're going to do today is these creative scrappers. Previously, or I guess previously not on my channel, but I created a layout using this one. This sketch right here, and I noticed this sketch and that, like, I really like this page of sketches. So this might just stay on my desk for quite some time. So that is this. So what I did is I have been using my silhouette more and more. And I loathe creating these chevrons by hand because 1, I didn't know what size to do them. 2, I feel like I never get them perfectly correct. So I created a cut file that is going to be available to you, linked below, that looks like this. Similar but not the same to what they have here. And this is actually the cutouts. And I chose to go like this. So now I have the hard decision of which one do I choose. The chevrons that are cut, the cutouts of the chevrons, or the chevrons themselves on the background paper. Now I did adhere these already together. And what I did is I took this piece and I laid it on top of here, and then I used my ATG on each of these chevrons and fit them back in place. And then I just went ahead and adhere this to another piece of 12 by 12. So I have this base page or this base page, depending on what I choose to use later when I go to use this collection again. which I will be using this collection again. I'm really excited about it. I love the blues. Not a huge fan of the brown, but it makes sense for the theme of the collection. Now, I am not going to be using a garage style layout, but I am going to be using blue. Blue and brown are in my photo, and I thought that would be perfect for this collection. I think I am going to stick with this one because I feel like using this background, it kind of washes it out. So this one makes the photo stand out a little bit more. And who knows what I'm going to do with that. So I'm going to set it aside. And here we go. I do want to tell you a feature that I noticed on Free Prints. So Free Prints is where I typically print my photos out, and they're fantastic quality. Now, depending on the manufacturer that they choose to use to print those photos and send it to you, the date will be on the back of the photo. I have had 2 instances in the last 2 years where the date was not on the back of the photo because of the manufacturer they chose, which kind of sucked. However, the last time I checked out, they actually had the option to add the location and the date of the photo. So you can see here what that looks like. You got the date or the location around there. You got the date, and then you got my, you got the type of photo I'm using. I have no idea what 24mm means, and I don't know what any of this other gobbledygook means. But I have the date on here. And I picked that option while checking out. So that is actually really, really cool. I really like that feature where they have the location too. And so that is pretty cool. Now, I did print this on matte. I had not used matte before, and I really like it. It is got kind of a shine to it. However, not nearly as much, because when you're looking at it through the video, you don't really see the glare of my big circle ring that's above my desk. So I appreciate the matte. I also find that fingerprints aren't an issue on this. I mean, I cannot see my fingerprints. When I'm done and I've adhered everything, though, I will go ahead and use a microfiber cloth, just, you know, for cleaning glasses, and just kind of wipe it down. This is something I'm going to try to get in the habit of, because I do notice that on glassy paper, photo paper, fingerprints, glue, everything sticks to those photos. So I think I'm going to switch to using matte. Now, printing at home is a different story. It is cheaper to get glossy paper, I think. Well, at least around me, because I get my glossy paper at a secondhand store that does only craft supplies, and it's $1 or $2 for a bundle of paper. So I'm going to use the cheaper option. But Free Prints, yeah, I am happily impressed with their matte quality photo, and the fact that they put the date and the location. Now, I will list a promo code down below so that you and I both can get a kickback from that. I don't think it's a kickback. It might be like 5 extra prints or something, but that's 5 extra prints. So I'll list that down below too. Okay, anywho, moving on to the layout. I am really bad at placement for things like shapes. So I did kind of copy this. Now, I got just today this chevron. I got this chevron punch from Stampin' Up. I have no idea if it's available. I'm not a Stampin' Up representative, so if you do have one in your area, go ask them if this is still available. I have a feeling this is probably retired, but you might be able to find something on eBay, or check your local Facebook group for scrapbooky people. Maybe they have one that they're willing to sell you. Anywho, we're going to place the chevrons that I punched out of this wood grain paper from the 6x8 pad. This 6x8 pad is really cool. So you get 24 double-sided sheets, 3 of each of the 8 designs. So then you get a bonus paper here and a bonus paper on the back. So there's a couple of these. I really think this is neat. And you get more ephemera if you choose to cut it out. But then you also get the back side of this. These are really cool. And it just repeats. I don't know if I missed one. Oh, that's the one I missed. So that's that one. And that is that. So, I picked up the 6x8 because I didn't feel like there was just enough pattern in the 12x12 to get me through. So, I picked that up, and then I also got both sets of ephemera. This is actually, I think, a new deal. So you get 6 envelopes, 7 regular tags, 8 round tags, and 6 tickets. And these tags are massive. So this is probably, that's probably 3-inch roundness. And it did not fit on my layout. But some of these ephemera pieces did. Now if I run out of ephemera, I can always use my scan and cut to cut everything else out. But anyway. So I am going to follow pretty much what is going on here for these. I think that's fun. Actually, I'm going to move it down just a little bit, I think. Yeah, there we go. Now I chose the brown because it's a little bit different, but not totally different than my deal here. Okay, so 1, 2, and 3. I love the layered chevron effect on these pages. I think this is really cool. I have not done a page like this, but I'm probably going to do another one like this eventually. Who knows when, but eventually. Okay, so that's gonna line up like that. 1, 2. Now I did purposely cut my chevrons so the wood grain goes this way. I thought it would look weird if it went this way because my paper also goes this way with the pattern behind it. And then we got 1, 2, and 3. So that is fun. Okay, so there's my placement of my chevrons. Now I get to decorate, right? I really wanted something up in the upper left-hand corner, so I thought it'd be cute to do Hey Dude. And then I got to get a round element in there, because why not? And a little, whatchamacallit, wrenches. Set of wrenches. So that's cute. And then I've got some pipes here. I will say, this paper feels funky. Like there's a residue on them or something. I don't know how to explain it. But I'm going to do something like this to overlap my photo right there. And then like that. And this leans itself perfectly to kind of be right in top of there. And then I'm going to put my wrench facing that way. And my last cluster is going to go up here. And it's going to say violation. And then my husband always says that he only has one speed, and that is slow whenever he's walking. So I thought that would be funny to add into there. And to add just a little bit more, I've got that piece right there. Now, my title is going to be one of the foam thicker titles that I have because I could not think of anything for this. So it's going to say, Hello, Trouble, and land right about there. Easy peasy, right? So again, that cut file is going to be available to you down below. And I will link my free prints share code down below as well, if that's something you'd be interested in. I will link where you can get Garage by Mintay. Cherry on Top, I think, is the only one that I really know that sells Mintay. I think Scrapbook Generation does too. I know Scrapbook.com does not. They stick, I think, to more of American style, I think. Well, they have P13 though. I don't know. I know Cherry on Top is the one who sells this. So I hope you have a wonderful day. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you next time.